الله ولكن رسول الله وخاتم النبيين وكان الله بكل شيء عليما.
ما كان محمد أبا أحد من رجالكم ولكن رسول الله وخاتم النبيين وكان الله بكل شيء عليما.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا اذكروا الله ذكرا كثيرا وسبحوه بكرة وأصيلا. هو الذي يصلي عليكم وملائكته ليخرجكم من الظلمات إلى النور وكان بالمؤمنين رحيما.
تحيتهم يوم يلقونه سلام وأعد لهم أجرا كريما. يا أيها النبي إنا أرسلناك شاهدا ومبشرا ونذيرا وداعيا إلى الله بإذنه وسراجا منيرا. وبشر المؤمنين بأن لهم من الله فضلا كبيرا.
وبشر المؤمنين بأن لهم من الله فضلا كبيرا. ولا تطع الكافرين والمنافقين ودع أذاهم وتوكل على الله وكفى بالله وكيلا. صدق الله العظيم.
عن أبي هريرة عبد الرحمن بن صخر رضي الله عنه قال: سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول: ما نهيتكم عنه فاجتنبوه وما أمرتكم به فأتوا منه ما استطعتم، فإنما أهلك الذين من قبلكم كثرة مسائلهم واختلافهم على أنبيائهم. رواه البخاري ومسلم.
Assalamu alaikum fellow year 11, 12 and 13 students. My name is Sulaiman Muhammad and I'm happy to be back in TCS. I'm currently in Qatar University right now. I used to be a former student in TCS. I've studied from year 8 to year 12 and I'm graduated. And right now I'm in university and I'm happy to be back in TCS. So first I just wanted to say that I'm really grateful for all the experience TCS has provided me, and growing up, like I've been through so much, and right now it's shaping me to be the person I am today in university. And alhamdulillah, I've been provided with the facilities, the education, they were good enough, so they helped me reach this certain level that's helping me adapt to university life. So firstly, I just want to talk about my experience in college. So right now, since I've joined university, at the beginning, it was a little hectic. I mean, it felt like a big jump to me. Going from IG to AS, I thought that was a big jump. But from AS level, since I've got accepted to university right now, it was like an even bigger jump. I thought that everything was like going a bit too fast. Everything was a bit fast-paced. I had a lot of assignments. It was a lot. With TCS, I didn't actually take it that seriously back then. I didn't take my assignments that seriously, so I just did it as practice. But for university, it's like everything has to be taken seriously because everything counts, everything is graded. So I just want to say you guys need to prepare for that. So you'll probably come across some quizzes, assignments in university. Everything matters, okay? So they will contribute to your final grade. You need to get that high top grade that you want. I mean, that is like the best thing you can get. If you, for example, in Qatar University, the university that I got accepted to, alhamdulillah, in that university, if you actually manage to get like about GPA 4 in your in every year, I mean, say in 1 year, if you get a GPA 4, your name will be on the dean's list, okay, which is a big deal. So if you get about eight times your name pops up in the dean's list, you will get a national recognition in all around Qatar. You will probably be awarded by Sheikh Tamim. It could be possible, but it is actually a big deal. And also you get prize money, which can be up to 100,000 Qatari riyals, I think. For a student, that's a lot. Like, we could do so much with that. We could buy a car, we could use it for masters, like there's endless stuff we can use it for. So this just motivates us students to, like, you know, do well, get that top grade that we want, and we just need to be dedicated. AS level, okay, for you year 12 students, AS level is only like about 8 months time to study, and then you have the exam, okay, or actually probably less. But you actually need to cover up a lot of stuff that is way more advanced than IGCSE, and it's really important that you guys actually study that well, because that basic knowledge that you get is actually what you need for university and for the rest of your life. Currently, like whatever I learned in AS level, alhamdulillah, it's actually like coming to use right now in university. I'm actually using those stuff, those basic concepts. For example, we learned about derivatives in AS level. We learned about derivatives. Right now I'm taking calculus in university, and actually all of that is coming to use, like all that basic concepts that I've learned. We're actually getting some really tricky questions, like they're pretty complicated, but we have to use our basic knowledge to interpret that question and get an answer out of that. So you need that basic knowledge. So one advice I'd give all of you year 12 students is that you need to finish everything within about 6 months, and then the last 2 to 3 months you need to just do past papers. Just do as many past papers as you can. So the more you practice, the more the concept will sit in your brain. So once you see that question, and then immediately it'll just follow. So I think that you guys will do well, inshallah. You guys are having with coronavirus, it's like quite hard right now, especially with practicals, labs, and everything's like closed right now. But inshallah, TCS will manage something that'll be suitable for you. And I guess maybe just be patient for a month or two. So then after that, once everything settles down, you will get enough practice, and then you will do well. Just put effort in whatever little chances you get to practice. Like, actually, like, focus on that, because you're not going to get that many chances as we did. We had a lot of chances, but we couldn't make use of it in like the short amount of time. Our exams were cut off. Like, we were supposed to do our exams in May, June, but it never happened. So instead, what happened was our term 1 results and our mock results came out. So we didn't actually do that well. So some of us are having to do retakes. So you guys don't have to go through that. So it may happen, but you never know. But as a person who's experienced all this, it's not worth it. You guys should not go through that. I advise you just do like whatever little chance you get, just take it, just do whatever you can. One thing I forgot to add is that this goes out to all of you. Whether you're 11, 12 or 13 students, you're about to take a step into the future. You're about to make a decision which will probably lead to whatever outcome is like set for you, like until like you grow old. So some of you will do business, some of you will get a job, some of you may even try to apply for university. Most probably you'll all do that. But those of you who are applying to university, now you're gonna have to look into university. You have to make a plan. You need to plan what you want to do, what you want to achieve as when you get a job, and like you obviously need to think about how much salary you make. That's all of us. That's our mentality. We want to make money. So if you want to end up in like a good life where you have a lot of leisure time, have a lot of money, so just make plans now, because these plans that you make will actually like affect. I mean, will not affect you. Will help you reach that goal that you want. Okay. So how can you achieve that? Now, for applying to university, what do you look into? First, you look into the subject that you want to study, okay? So you look into a range of studies, like for example, there's engineering, there's business, there's geography, there's so many things that you can do. You can even do medicine as well. So now is the time to like make plans. First, I've told you what to study. Now, where to study? Now you need to look into your finances. You need to look into what's within your ability. Where can you study? Is it better to go back to your home country? Is it better to study here? Just look into that. Finances is pretty important because you need to be able to like manage everything. You need to see what's within your parents' capability. So it's something you all need to consider. Many people will not actually mention it that much, but it's actually really important. You need to think about if you can manage the cost, if you can manage the housing. There are so many things that you need to put into consideration once you go to university. So it is really important that you look into the finance and everything, and make sure that you also look into the scholarship, because it's really important. Whether you have really high grade or an average grade, just still look into it, because there is still a chance that you may get at least a scholarship that takes off about 15% of your tuition fee, and that is really important, and it will actually help you manage everything. And the third thing you need to look into is what are the requirements? What do you need? What are the minimum grades that you need to get in order to get into that university that you want to go to? So you need to look into that. Check what are the minimum grades that you need, but aim higher, because when you apply to university, there's an insane amount of competition. Alhamdulillah, I've been fortunate enough to get accepted to Qatar University. This year we had an increase of about 5,000 more students applied this year than they've ever done before, and that made a lot of competition, and it was really hard to get into. A lot of people I know, they didn't get accepted, but that's what reality is right now. That you need to stop thinking about the minimum requirements. You need to go for the top grade that you can achieve, because in reality, what's going on in the real world, people don't actually care about like what you are as a person. They actually, like for example, universities, they don't care about how you are as a person, what you are capable of. They don't look into that. They want to look into what you achieved and what you want to achieve in university. Those are the two things that they will take into consideration. Look into these admission requirements, okay? Some of you may need to do IELTS, SATs, ACTs or TOEFL. Yeah, you need to look into those. You need to know what is required of you and aim for the maximum grade you can get. And these are like the three things that you just follow them and everything will be easier for you. And a last advice is when you look into universities that you apply to, just list the advantages and the disadvantages of if you go to this university, what you can achieve, what type of job you can get, like all of that, just put into consideration, and the disadvantages. For example, this university requires a lot of money. I may need to take some loan. So these are some disadvantages, but take them into consideration. And once you list a university, at least list about minimum five universities. Okay, so if you don't apply to all of them, if you don't get into one, see if you can get into the others. So you need to have a backup plan just in case the one does not work. And I'm really happy to be back in TCS. I hope you guys do really well. Year 13 students, there's not much I can say. You guys are experiencing things now. I don't have any experience, so I just wish all of you a really best of luck. We'll keep in touch, don't worry, I'll probably be back, and this is not the last time you'll see me. And yeah, I hope to see you in university someday. Thank you very much. Jazakumullah khair.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Aziz Saleh Abdul Fattah Saleh. I'm a TCS alumni. I'm a senior of the year 2020 and I'm currently studying foundation program in science, engineering and computing in the University of Leeds so that I can progress to my uni degree, the bachelor's that I chose, which is medical engineering. Now, you'd probably ask me what my advice is for you guys because you're currently either doing your IGCSEs, AS levels or A levels. I don't have a lot to say. A common question that I get is what advice can I give to the people who are doing their IGCSEs, AS levels or A levels. To be honest with you guys, I don't know you more than you know yourselves. So I can't give you very important info about yourself because you know yourself more than I do. And my only advice that I can give you is to basically just work hard, study hard, listen to your teachers. Also, remember to have fun in your senior year. Especially, this is very essential because some people forget about their senior year. Like for example, I had a lot of friends in other schools that didn't enjoy their senior years because they only worked hard and they didn't end up getting the required grades that they needed for uni. So just enjoy your year, but have the correct balance. I'd say 70% work, 30% fun. My experience in college. The first thing that I faced was meeting everyone through a screen. I hope you guys don't face this problem, but because everything is online now, so I only have Zoom meetings. I met my fellow classmates and my teachers through a screen, so it was hard for me to socialize. But I found a group of people that were somewhat similar to me. They're from the Middle East, so we started communicating together and then we made a group. I'd say when you get to uni, socialize with people so that you can make friends, because friends really help you, especially when you're down, because you don't have anyone there. The only people you know are your friends and the teachers, but at the end of the day you won't go to the teacher and tell them how you feel. You go to your friend, a person who you can... I actually started looking at universities back in year 11 because I had Leeds in my mind since year 10. I heard a lot of things about Leeds, about the city, how vibrant the city is. It's a very, very vibrant city and multicultural. Like you find all the nationalities over there. You find people from all around the world. So that's how I started looking for Leeds. I started looking for a city that I can enjoy, that I can have a proper social life in, and that I can make friends in, and at the same time that can provide all that I need from the academic side. Because Leeds, as you might know, is a top 100 QS ranked university, and it is ranked 14th in the UK, which is pretty high, and it's part of the Russell Group. And the advice for uni admission, as I said, start looking at the universities, at your choices early on, like from now. If you haven't started, start from now, so you can have a clear image of the universities you want to apply to, where you want to go, and all that. And just remember, like I told you guys, work hard and have fun. Also, put a list of pros and cons on the bachelor degree that you want to do. So for example, I chose medical engineering because I was so invested in that topic. I read about it since year 10 and I started researching it and what a medical engineer does. So that helped me a lot. Like I can't stress the fact that it helped me a lot to choose the correct major for me. Like if you still haven't found the major, you still have time. But remember to start looking for your majors now, looking at what you're interested in, at the subjects that you want to do in uni. Because so guys, and good luck. I'm pretty sure you'll make it to uni because I made it to uni, so no worries. Thank you.
Good morning all. Welcome to our today's sports activities. We wish to welcome you all so that you may take part with our sports activities today. Welcome and let us enjoy. Stand up everyone, please. Activity number 1. Our exercise number 1 is soldier marching. I'm going to demonstrate and then we'll have to do all of us together. Okay, join us, let us start and we're going to start together. Welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Activity number 2. Our exercise number 2 is overhead clapping. I'm going to demonstrate and you see what we're going to do. Make sure you jump and clap your hands over your head. Join us and let us start together.
3, 2, 1.
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
activity number 3.
3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Activity number 4.
3, 2, 1.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Activity number 5.
3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Thank you all for taking your time to be with us and taking part in our sports activity today. Stay safe and let us see each other in our next lesson. Thank you.